So my name is Ashley Austin. I am a BFA Performing Arts with a concentration in acting major as well as a BA Spanish major. I am a senior and I am from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. What is theater? Because theater is so much more than just, getting on a stage and performing a script. Performance is a part of our lives so much more than we realize. And I think World Theater Day is a day for us all to recognize that and appreciate that and celebrate how that connects us all on a community scale, on a country scale, on a global scale. I've had an interest in performance since I was a kid, and I thought, oh, all kids have that passion for performance. It's just a normal kid thing. Then I got into high school, and then it was like, oh no, not everyone has those sorts of fantasies. This is something that you actually are really interested and passionate about. So I got into theater in high school and just fell in love with it from the very first acting one class I took in high school. It's my life, basically, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And I'm excited to just keep immersing myself in the theater world once I am post-grad. More than anything else, just the opportunity to connect with other people in such a unique way. I don't think there's any other career that allows you to have such deep connections and can inspire change in the ways that I feel like theater and the performing arts in general can. I kind of threw of myself to give to the things that I am passionate about. That has just been really great, and I've been able to connect with people in the Honors College, in the theater department, and outside of those spheres as well. Connecting with people in general is just really important to me because I just find human beings so fascinating. They're so complex, and yet at the end of the day, there are so many things that just we are all intrinsically connected with each other through, and I just find that so beautiful, and I love being able to meet other people and share our stories and understand other people better. I think that's one of the reasons why I love theater so much too, is just it helps build empathy and just helps you understand the world around you a lot more deeply. Has always just really excited me, that opportunity to connect with people on such a human level, as well as to be able to help people see themselves and be the representation that I wish I had had when I was a kid. That is one of the things I really strive to do most, is authentically represent any sort of character and tell that character's story from a place of complete honesty whenever I am acting, because at the end of the day, we're all human, and that's the story that I ultimately want to tell with all of the stuff that I do, is that we're all human, and that being alive is such a gray area. Just existing, there's so much gray area, and I love exploring that and getting into it as a storyteller. And I also, as a storyteller, have the opportunity to create stories that represent people, whether they are real. I have a lot of interest in historical figures and things like that, especially female historical figures, queer historical figures, and advocating for more representation or just like awareness of who they were in general and their contributions. Being in college, though, I have done a lot of research, obviously, as I mentioned, and I am becoming more and more aware every day of just the amazing contributions from women, especially women of color, not just to US theater, but to international theater, that just have not gotten the recognition that they deserve. And that has been a huge concern for me and something that I am definitely going to carry into my post-grad life, being cognizant of that and trying to bring more awareness to that, because their stories matter, my stories matter. The way they have impacted me, the more I learn about them matters, and I want other people, especially other women, especially young women, young queer women, young women of color, to hear these stories and be empowered by these stories. And I'm nervous about it, but I'm also really excited in a weird way to get into it and hopefully be one of the catalysts for change. Theater is a place where we get to tell any story that we want, any story that we're passionate about. If you go into like independent theaters and stuff like that, or if you come to just WKU and you watch like a solo performance showcase, you will see a crazy variety of performance and stories and human experiences portrayed on that stage. I have gotten to write some solo shows myself that I have gotten to perform and that have meant a lot to me. WKU was where I was introduced to the idea of solo performance, which has become a huge part of my own artistry as a theater kid. I wrote a solo show about my journey navigating dating while identifying as asexual. I wrote a solo piece where I dressed up in like hyper feminine drag, like a drag queen, and like emceed a show about writers who I felt like have been underrepresented throughout history, both from Latin America, Spain, and the United States. Just having an audience means so much to the artist. It gives us important feedback in a lot of ways. Go watch a theater show. Go watch a play. Go watch a musical.